afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another bout of Propagandacast news with your host, Imperial Dane. And what is today's news? Well, apparently someone accidentally leaked some patch notes for an upcoming patch for Camp, and here's two. Who knows who it is? Well, who knows? Certainly won't be me telling. But anyways, and well, of course, there might be some grains of salt to be taken. I don't think these are full patch notes. Obviously, it's just part of them, a selection, if you will. And we'll only got even then a condensed version from someone else, so don't actually specific the details there. Personally, I mean, some of them do actually line up with what I've been hearing from other sources, so I'd sort of say these are reasonably sort of, shall we say, reliable. And also, very important, again, we're not getting the full picture because there's definitely some of the changes that don't quite add up without other changes as well. I'll be getting into some details about them. So this is sort of, how sort of the details are the change, at least the sort of the ones I think most memorable to me. And I'll sort of try and discuss what they could mean sort of further around then. Of course, are they actually going to be good? So first off, I mean, snipers are getting nerfed. Basically, the search sniper team's been moved to one man with slightly better stats. And it seems like they're applying some sort of changes to snipers in general. The what specifics, I do not know. Also, a lot of the light vehicles that are meant to counter snipers are going to get buffed in that regard, including the 2-2, which is now going to be cheaper. And it's going to get more armor, so it's actually at least slightly bulletproof. Rather right now, it's just a bullet sponge, which, unsurprisingly, was a terrible idea. So that's being sorted out a bit there as well, overall leading to hopefully less sniper spam and overall a bit more counters to them, which overall will be, I think, a really good start in general. Furthermore, mortars are getting nerfed, I think, across the board here. Wehrmacht, Soviet, American, all mortars are basically getting nerfed in varying degrees. So again, to what ways, it's a bit harder to say at the moment, but nerfed they are being. I wonder if they'll remember the American mortar half-track, which has the stats of the old American mortar, yet is cheaper than the Wehrmacht mortar half-track and also has white phosphorus. If not, that's going to be some problems down the road there, for sure. So those are some of the wider ranges there. And then there's the Panther nerf. And again, this is again condensed version, so I don't quite get the gist of it fully. Basically, the Panther's being made cheaper. It's also being made sort of initially tougher. Basically, it's getting better 2 bonus, which is more health, so it's sort of more durable right off the bat. But apparently, the re-armor's being nerfed, which seems a bit... it was already kind of weak. And it's Veterancy's being nerfed. Like, if they're moving the Veterancy 2 to Veterancy, what are they putting in Veterancy 2 in the first place? They're then going to nerf. Like... I don't know, that one just seems a bit odd to me overall. They're also buffing its long-range accuracy, which, is not bad at all, but, like, I don't know, depending on how much they sort of lower the cost, I guess they can go with some slight nerfs, but, like, the problem is still, the Panther in the first place wasn't worth the price. So, like, just lowering the price while nerfing it, just again, it seems like they were just really intent on just nerfing the Panther and trying to disguise it again, which was sort of the problem with the Panther in the first place. They kept nerfing it and not really buffing it, and we're still in the situation where it's basically been nerfed too much and it's still not worth the price cost. So, I mean, they're going to have to lower the price heavily if they're going to keep nerfing it to the point which is going to roughly cost a bit more than a Panzer IV at this rate. Like, if they want to actually see any competitive use. So we'll see what happens there, but at least, I guess, something is happening. Also, they're buffing the far-range accuracy of Pieds, bazookas, and Panzerschrecks, which you definitely feel is a bad, in particular the Pieds and the bazookas. Like, Allied players generally like to kind of spam them and get away with them, making them even more accurate range. I feel it's a bit worrisome. It could lead to some just heavy spam and like a lot of Pieds or whatever. In that slight regard, as well, anti-tank sections no longer benefit from the bolster upgrades, so there'll be always 4-man sections, so they can't just be, spammed as replacement troops, which is good. Certainly slows down some of the Brit hordes there. Another Brit change there is basically the Vickers is being made cheaper, which only makes sense that they're also nerfing the infantry section because the Vickers is already pretty solid. They're just making that one cheaper without nerfing the infantry sections. I can't help but feel that's going to end up very terribly. So I'm assuming that this indicates that there's going to be some nerfs inbound for the regular infantry sections as well. Otherwise, they're just going to make the Brits stronger, to be honest, which is, not what's needed right now. I think most players can agree with that one to varying degrees, unless they only play as the Brits and are not playing them very well. Also, IL-2s and P-47s are having their damage cut in half. So they are less just explosively violent, just going to wipe everything in like first pass, which particularly the IL-2 was rather good at. Worryingly so. So I think that's actually sort of most of what sort of was leaked out, and then sort of, you know, what have been sort of passed on in terms of information. There might be a few tidbits here and there, but I don't think any of it's sort of really big. Those are again sort of the big ones. Snipers, more stuff for the Panther traffic. Oh yeah, Panther going to apparently get smoke grenades. We'll see if that sticks around. Just remember that one. But yeah, also, you know, sniper nerf, mortar nerf, Panther being changed again, but for the better. Who knows? And some other changes here and there, but nothing sort of serious. Low cost is 2-2 being buffed, which is, you know, nice, very nice. Certainly needed it. But sadly, nothing for the 250.5, which you do think regular version could do with a bit of love. Or for that matter, the Osprey, which I also feel could do with a bit of extra helping. So there you go. These are the Propagandacast news with a bit of a surprise again. Leaked patch notes. I mean, overall, again, some of them seem good. Some of them, again, strike me as a bit confusing. And obviously, some of them we just need a bigger picture on. I'm still unclear there again from what I've got there in terms of information, what they're planning with the Panther. Like, it just seems a bit, huh? So that one, again, it'll probably help me sort of get more specific actual notes. And hopefully, again, this means we will somehow get a patch soon, because we definitely need it. I certainly would be quite happy to get one. So there you go, your bout of Propagandacast news, the only news fit to make you, well, informed about the state of company heroes. This is Imperial Dane signing off. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm off. You're all a wonderful audience. Cheers.